former commercial pilot and aviation expert, Captain Mike Coffield, joins me now. Mike, thank you very much for getting on the phone with us on this President's Day. As you look at this, give us a thought about what goes through your mind.
Well, thanks for calling it. Again, this is a miracle. But there are very few instances globally where an airplane ends up literally on its back. I mean, it's remarkable. Now, I've looked at some early data, as you both know, the NTSB will sign a memorandum of understanding with the Canadian Authority probably within the hour, because Canada will take authorization of the investigation. But they have an agreement with the United States, so that'll be executed hopefully very shortly because Delta is a U.S. company. The remarkableness of it, as we were just saying, is the right wing's off. The front nose gear is up. I mean, it's out. We don't see the main gears. At 500 feet, the aircraft was just only doing 126 miles an hour, so it was slow. And it was descending at almost 1,100 feet a minute. Now, at a normal glide path at 500 feet, you'd only be doing about 500 feet descent rate, or 400 feet, 600 at the most. So it had an aggressive descent rate at 500 feet.
Wow.
It'll be interesting to see where the throttles were and where the thrust was at that point. I'm just, again, guessing. I haven't seen any live video yet, but
yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. No, your information is very helpful here. 70-mile-an-hour winds. At what point would air traffic control say, you know what, go back up, let's land you somewhere else, or let's circle for a little bit, hope these winds die down? At what point do they say don't land with winds?
Well, that's another interesting thing. The captain's authority holds more weight than you can imagine. The airport authority themselves in Canada could close the airport if they felt winds and it was unsafe to operate at the airport, period. If the captain has a form that he can look at in his computer or book that actually shows maximum winds, maximum crosswind, and maximum headwind, and of course tailwind, you don't ever land in any more than 10 knot of a tailwind ever. So they're going to go back and look at that immediately too. 70 knots is a lot. So unless it's coming right up and down the runway, and can I add one thing to that?
Please.
Technically.
Mike, are you there?
Hello?
No,
yeah, I'm sorry.
We got you. Go ahead.
Can I add one technical thing to that? The way that works is you have a speed that's called VREF, and that's the speed that you normally operate on under temperature and wind conditions of a normal day. And so if the winds are 70 miles an hour, you either add anything over 10 knots, you add half of the wind plus any gust. So in this case, you'd have to have added almost 50, 60 knots to the approach speed. Well, they were way slow. And I'd have to go back and look at what the exact winds were. But yeah, at one point you would say, as a captain, if I'm descending at 1,100 feet a minute at 500 feet and I'm slow, then I would be executing the go around.
Yeah, you would be putting the nose back up and going back up for another round potentially, as I understand it.
Or find an alternate airport. Absolutely.
Right. Why would they have been going so slowly, do you think? Is this are they headwinds? Is that wind holding them back?
I haven't seen, forgive me for this, but I have not seen the actual current winds. I know the runways in Toronto, I've landed at 100 times. They're very, 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 very long. So that's a good thing.
Yep.
But I haven't seen what direction relative to the runway heading in terms of how much off the nose. It's remarkable to me that the airplane's upside down like this.
It's incredible.
And now, it's. I know that someone may or may not. I mean, there's been some injuries reported, but for the airplane not to have immediately caught on fire and mass casualties, it's truly a miracle.
So, Mike, let me ask you this, because sometimes when a plane is landing in heavy winds, they'll try to sort of take it a little bit off straight, to come a
Yep,
little bit
yep,
on an angle,
yep.
and then put maybe the front wheel down first and then the second wheel. Do you think that the winds may have tipped them and snapped this
You
wing?
yeah, you could have that can happen where you have a bit of a crosswind, and you're this is more technical, forgive me, but you end up doing a little bit of a lowering a wing into the wind,
Hmm.
into the crosswind. So in this case, I'm guessing it would have been off to the right, but you could have hit the tip of that wing. And yes, these are suppositions. I haven't seen any videos yet. But yes, you could have tapped that wing on the runway. You could have bounced off as the descent rate was going. You could have bounced hard on the runway
Hmm.
on the right main gear. You sure don't want to land on the nose gear, because that creates a a porpoise effect where it just starts
Yeah.
bouncing down the runway, and that's bad.
So we're getting more details. And so I ask our viewers to hang with us as we do this, because the original number I heard was 70, but now we're hearing that it was 40-mile-an-hour winds. How does that change the dynamic, Mike?
Well, again, it goes back to you go back to the chart, and I don't have a RJ chart in front of me, but 40 miles an hour, I mean, if it's right on the nose, that's doable, right? So you'd add 20, 25 knots to your VREF speed, which, let's say your VREF speed for that airplane that day was 135. You should have been landing at about 160 instead of 125.
So it was going too slow, in your
It
opinion,
looked
just based on what you see. And I just want to add this, just all 80 people, for anybody out there who might know someone on this plane, we can report according to, this is coming from Reuters. So they're reporting that all 80 people on this flight were evacuated from this plane. So that's
just a
also
miracle.
an
What a blessing.
amazing. Yeah, I think of the miracle on the Hudson, when
Yeah.
that plane landed on the water. This one landed in the snow upside down, and all 80 people walked out. Last thought on that,
Yeah.
Mike. I'm gonna as we bring in
Well,
more.
I hope again that we get the NTSB and the Canadian authorities signing the MOU, the memorandum to investigate quickly. We need to remember that what we hear at the very beginning, you and I both know this. I'm
Yeah,
sitting here smiling.
absolutely.
We know that what we hear at the beginning is not always what actually has occurred, a week later. So hopefully you and I can talk more, and we can work through this so that folks know that still in all the accidents we've seen,
Yeah.
and I'm not laughing at that, but in terms of it's still the safest way to travel.
Yeah, it is an extraordinary image. And as I said, it reminds me of the Miracle on the Hudson, because we looked at that and boy, we'd never seen anything like that before. People walking out onto the wing, and
Yep,
Captain Sully, who went back and forth, I think twice, to make sure that everyone
exactly.
was out. And this plane lying on its back in Toronto, and
With a wing off.
with a wing off. And we're told that the 80 people who were on it, boy, they're shaken up for sure. And some of them are injured. And I don't want to forget them. One
Right,
may be
right.
critically injured. So we're
Yeah.
continuing
Mitigating
to
any of
get
that.
information on this, and, continue to kind of figure out how this happened. I mean, it also could be, we don't know whether it was icy on this
Right,
runway
exactly.
once it hit there.
They could have hit a snowbank where the plows had
Could
maybe
be.
put snow where it wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
be. Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, Mike, I want to thank you so much. Captain Mike Coffield, great to have you with us today. Scary, scary situation in Toronto. So my thanks to Mike.